by the way, my pal sent me in here after you because we thought you were Rihanna and we were going to get your autograph.
Rihanna?
I swear, they actually thought Rihanna was in Inverness.
It's like...
Travelling abroad at the age I am, as a woman, as a tall woman, as a black woman, on my own, I just really don't like it. I'll be like, I really don't like it. I remember I was in New York when I was about 19 with my two friends who are both white, one's American, one's Scottish, and we'd literally be walking like down Times Square, the three of us, me in the middle, and I'd literally have men like grabbing me. I was in Croatia a year ago. Me and my friend were walking down the street. It was like dark, and literally a man from across the street shouted "Snickers" at me, like, and you know, you're just like, yeah.
Even I think traveling around Scotland is fine. Traveling around the UK is fine. There are so many different types of people here, and they're used to seeing you and stuff. But walking down the street at night, even in Glasgow, like, I have a pretty confident, kind of determined walk. I don't look around. I'm just like, this is where I'm going. People are like, where are you going? I'm like, to the shop. Doesn't matter. But yeah, I was walking down this street and this guy was just like, he was with a group of his friends behind me, and he'd just come out a liquor store or something, I think. And it was maybe about 9 o'clock, so it wasn't super late. And the shop was like right in front of me, but behind me he was saying really loudly like, oh, check out this Packy Miley Cyrus, because I was wearing like high heels, and I don't know what else I was wearing that he just thought, oh, that's right. And I was, at the time, I kind of went,
yes,
what kind of insult is that?
Like,
you were like, I'm gonna come in and wreck your ball.
It's such a strange thing. It's like I'm not allowed to walk down the street confidently without someone noticing me.
I find it interesting that you two have said that you find it totally okay travelling around Scotland, because I agree to an extent, like it's totally fine, but I think it also depends on where you are. So even, like I was just saying, in parts of Glasgow, I would never go as an ethnic minority woman.
Really?
Just certain parts of Glasgow, like maybe the East End and stuff. I've been to the Highlands quite a few times. I went for work and I went to stay with friends, and one thing that I've always noticed, and anyone who's been with me has noticed, is that everyone stares at me. I can't walk past anyone on the street without them staring. And just like as if they've seen a ghost. Someone actually followed me into Costa in Inverness, and they were like looking at me like this, and I knew they were going to say something, and I was like, I just ignored them, and then they were like, by the way, my pal sent me in here after you because we thought you were Rihanna and we were going to get your autograph.
Rihanna?
I swear, they actually thought Rihanna was in Inverness. But yeah, it's like, brown person can't go to Inverness without being mistaken for Rihanna. It's mental.
I get, like, because I said, oh yeah, I'd like travel around Scotland, fine, but the staring thing, that happens. But the staring is just like part of my life now. I'm like, why aren't people staring?
The only really like overtly racist thing I've had when I was travelling was in Spain. I was in a department store with my friend and we were speaking English, and a Spanish woman came up and tried really hard to speak English so that she could harass me, which was very interesting. But she'd seen me touching my stomach because I was pregnant, and she was like, how do I know that you don't have like a suicide vest on? And I was like, do you want to feel my baby kick? Like, what are... I have travelled to the same places that I previously went to before I was Muslim, before I wore hijab, and I found that I'm treated very, very differently. The first time I went to Egypt, it was kind of like blonde hair, blue eyes, like people were taking my picture like, Shakira, Shakira, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll take that. And then when I left there and I wore hijab, like people were just like, here's another foreigner taking our jobs. And I was like, okay.
Okay, not Shakira anymore.
Not Shakira anymore.
Shakira's long gone.
I love that. I love how they're like, Shakira.
Shakira. Rihanna. Who would you like to
Actually, well, on the topic, I was like, Kelly Rowland from Destiny's Child.
What a girl band.
Yeah, literally.
What a girl band.